So the island, so just so I'm clear here, there is an island called Bermuda that's just in the center of the ocean. I need to see this on a map. Where is this thing? Dude, that is the smallest island I've ever seen, bro.
What's up, people? No crazy intro, no fancy editing on this one. This is just a quick video because I promised a few people that I would post something about the pandemic, the coronavirus. But the truth is, I just don't have a whole lot to say. You know, we just entered phase 1 of our return to the new normal, which is basically the same as it was before. Most businesses are closed, people are still working from home, when possible, or not working at all. But certain businesses have been allowed to open up, like restaurants, but only if they can abide by social distancing standards, you know, curbside pickups, takeout only, etc. But on the social media side, it just seems to be a lot of misinformation going around, a lot of ill temperaments, a lot of arguing, and I don't know. I just stay away from that. That's kind of why I quit Facebook the first time. I came back recently so I could promote my videos, but I'm getting the feeling like I'm not gonna last very long if things stay the way they are. So, you know, that's life in this new digital age, for better or worse. But on the governmental side, I think we're doing a pretty good job, you know? The government, I know I'm very critical of the government sometimes, but I think they've been doing a really good job. The Mr. Keynes, the Minister of Security, the Premier, they've been very visible, they've been very open and discussing a lot of topics with people, having a lot of online discussions, which I think has been really positive. In fact, there's a great article by Dejon Simmons that I'm going to link in the description. You guys should give it a read. It's not as critical as I like my political commentary to be. However, it's a very well-written article, and I think it highlights something that's maybe Bert will probably be remembered for after his time's up in government. That he was a very accessible premier and very digital savvy. So give that article a read and tell us what you think. But it does kind of bring my mind to how Bermuda is going to change going forward. Like, what's the job outlook going to be? Is the tourism industry going to bounce back anytime soon? Businesses are going to end up going out of business. How's that going to work? And the government. My question is this finally going to be what pushes the government to shrink its footprint on the island? Because they're huge, man. The government's huge. They employ a lot of people, which is a good thing in some ways, but in other ways, it's really bad because I think our government services are bloated. They're bloated, and my big question during this whole pandemic is, how can you have all these businesses and all these sectors constricting and changing the way they do business, but government is going to stay exactly the same? It doesn't make sense. And then the finance minister was talking about having to borrow money, and I'm like, you know, my financial strategy, personally, I'm not the finance minister, and I'm not talking about a whole economy, but why borrow money when you can cut your expenses? That's what it seems like to me. That's, you know, finance 101. You would think, well, personal finance 101, but maybe he knows things that I don't. I don't know. But you guys know me. I just like to be critical of people. And I don't think that's a bad thing, right? I think everyone should be critical of the government because they work for us. And if no one's going to hold them accountable, then what are they there for? Anyway, and the next topic I wonder about is exactly how do things change going forward? I'll give you an example. And that's what I'm going to title this video about. It's about how taxi drivers are now going to be driving for Hitch and Sargasso and those other delivery services. So one thing about Bermuda is, you know, we don't have any sort of ride sharing like Uber or Lyft. 1 second, my sweat is killing me. So a lot of people ask why that is, and I don't have specific details. I might look it up later, but the general consensus is that the taxi union or the union that governs all the taxi drivers on the island is dead set against it, which we've seen in a few other places around the world. But my reason for bringing it up in this video is that since the taxi drivers are going to be participating in the gig economy by delivering food while the tourism sector is completely decimated, does that mean when things go back to normal, they'll be more willing to adopt or to allow an Uber type ride-sharing service? I think they should. And I think this goes to show that we shouldn't fight technology. We shouldn't fight technology and we shouldn't fight advancement, because things like this are going to happen and you're going to wish that you adopted these advancements while you could, right? Now they wouldn't have to look like hypocrites by delivering food for these gig economy apps, and on the same token saying that they don't want to allow people to make some side money by participating in a ride-sharing service. It's ridiculous. And I think as we move forward and things start getting back to normal, we really need to revisit that, because as any Bermudian or someone who depends on our taxi service will tell you, it leaves a lot to be desired. And we need something like this to fill the gaps. So will this kind of start to finally push them in that direction? Probably not, but we can hope so, right? I think we should pressure them to allow it. So yeah, that's the whole video, guys. Just wanted to bring a few topics up. If you have any comments and questions, leave a comment below, Join the discussion. And we are approaching 600 subscribers. So if you know anybody that might be interested in some of these videos, forward this to them. Share my channel with people. Let them witness the madness that I have created on this YouTube channel. And maybe they'll subscribe, and then we can smash through 600 and start moving towards 700. We are going places, people. I appreciate everybody for the support and for the kind words. And, I'll see you guys in the next video or in the comment section down below. See you in the next one.